Welcome to Sandown Park for round 2 of the XCR'13 season with the Victorian Road Relay Championships. There was another large turnout aided by balmy autumn conditions. As part of the continuing development between Athletics Victoria and Little Athletics Victoria, State Road Relay Championships were conducted on the day across many age groups for both organisations. Starting with under 9 and 10s, races consisted of 3 runners over a 1.5 kilometre course.
On your marks.
Age categories increased up to under 15 for Little Athletics, where they tackled 1 lap of the 3.1 kilometre Sandown circuit. One recently formed club that has grown out of the Little Athletics Centre is Yarra Rangers Athletics.
Well, we've been a Little Athletics club for over 40 years, and with the redevelopment of our facility at Morrison Reserve in Mount Evelyn, we talked about the possibility of forming a senior club. We looked at the realistic side that getting enough committee people to run both clubs was going to be difficult, and it was suggested to us by Athletics Victoria that we become the test case in Victoria for running both the Little Athletics and the Athletics Victoria clubs with the one committee, which is what we've done.
It's about how your racing went today at Sandown.
Well, we had mixed success with our Little Athletics teams. We came away with a first and a second place, quite a few fourth places. Our senior teams, I think, may have both come in last place, but the main thing was for the athletes to get over the line. All of the athletes were trying to come in close to their times from gels a couple of weeks ago. They did find running on the bitumen quite taxing, and apparently the wind up the hill at the back was a killer.
I can affirm that to be true.
Summer season will be back bigger and stronger. Hopefully our athletes will come out of their comfort zone and attempt events they don't normally do. So now they know how the point system works for Shield. Our numbers are already rising, so if we count last summer's numbers and new registrations, we're now up around 45, which isn't bad with not 12 months gone for the club.
Turning our attention to Open Division 1, for the women, the strong Glen Huntly outfit were looking for another win across many grades. However, it was Box Hill's Amy Carrick who took up the early lead and went into the first change 17 seconds ahead of Diamond Valley as Lauren Crowe passed to Sarah Leeming. Karen Lunn kept Glen Huntly close to the leaders, with Tali Bird the next runner for them. Not too far back were APS, Melbourne Uni and South Melbourne. Even before halfway of the second leg, Bird had taken the lead for the Hunters and set about building a big buffer over Box Hill's June Petrie. Heidi Reardon had elevated APS into third ahead of a close bunch of clubs. Recent Victorian mile champion Melissa Duncan was a welcome addition to her Knox team. As the third leg got underway, Meredith Cook took over to keep building the Glen Huntly lead. Box Hill followed in second place with Grace Brown. At the last change, Cook passed to Julia Edwards, right call this week, with a lead of over 3 minutes. Still holding second was Box Hill, then a slightly disorganised APS didn't lose too much time at the last changeover. Edwards brought home the Hunter crew for another emphatic victory for a club that is looking for yet another clean sweep. In an amazing demonstration of depth, the Glen Huntly Division 2 team was next to finish, ahead of all other Division 1 teams. Julie Norney brought home Box Hill to the Division 1 silver medal, while Sarah McSweeney anchored Melbourne Uni to the bronze. All top 3 teams exactly the same as Gels Park the previous round. Next home were APS and Geelong Region. And here are the top 8 results for Women's Division 1. While the Hunters continued to dominate the women, Box Hill were looking ominous on the men's side. With a strong wind blowing down the back straight, a cautious start by the lead-out runners as they worked together in a large pack. Just to the left and outside in this vision is 17-year-old Jack Rayner. The Western Athletics junior ended up running the fastest time of the day, 18 minutes 30. It was Brenton Rowe who tagged first to give Geelong region a slender lead over Duayoa's run for the Ballarat region. Next were Frankston, Box Hill and Melbourne Uni. Nick Whiteman extended the lead for Geelong, with Jack Davies chasing hard for Ballarat. Frankston's John Dutton had the Bayside team in third, just ahead of William Potter, keeping Box Hill in touch. At the start of the third leg, the two region teams continued to hold down the first two positions, with Mark Fountain for Geelong and Stuart McSwain for Ballarat. Box Hill had now moved into third as Andrew White set off in pursuit. White's run was decisive as he handed over to Steve Deneen a slight lead, just a few seconds in front of Geelong's Brady Thelfall. Ballarat and Knox followed. At the midpoint of the fourth leg, Deneen and Thelfall marked each other as Geelong were taking it right up to Box Hill. But it was Deneen who eked out a small lead to hand over to Anthony Alicio. Thelfall wasn't far behind as junior Isaac Hockey took over for Geelong. Chris Discombe had raised Knox to third, just ahead of Ballarat. Aloisio increased the lead as he was about to hand over to Steve Kelly for the anchor leg. Kane Willie continued to improve Knox's position, now into second as Craig Appleby awaited the changeover. Hockey battled to hang on to third spot for Geelong, for Harry Smithers to run last. Steve Kelly, fresh from winning the Puffing Billy run the previous weekend, led Box Hill to a dominant display where they lapped a number of other Division 1 teams towards the end. Knox were again the bridesmaids on the podium, with Craig Appleby bringing them home for second, while Smithers hung on for Geelong to take the bronze. Ballarat were fourth, followed by Essendon, with a strong anchor leg by Mitch Brown. And here are the top 8 results for Men's Division 1. For more information about Yarra Rangers Athletics or any other club, contact Athletics Victoria at www.asvic.org.au. Hope you enjoyed this XCR coverage from Sandown Park. Stay tuned to ASVIC TV for more athletic action.